Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new, welcome. My name is Adelina and I make videos about living in that tiny house on wheels and living a more intentional life. Well, as promised, I'm going to give you a tour of my spot. Keep in mind, this is just a very quick tour. There's lots I want to do here, but I know I promised that I would show you this, so I'm going to. I'm just going to do a quick walk around. Hope you enjoy it. There's Vanuela, the beast. I'm sorry, I don't have a gimbal or whatever it is that keeps things nice and smooth, so there's going to be a bumpy ride. So down there is the ravine. I'm going to show you that in a second, but let's start with the house and we'll walk around. We're going to do the business side of the house first. So here is the outdoor tap. This is water for watering plants and things like that. It isn't potable, probably. There's a second well on the property, and that's what this is for. Irrigation, I guess, is the right term. So they ran this for me, and now I have a hose to water my plants and stuff like that when I get them. So that propane tank is an 80-gallon propane tank. I think that's how it said, gallons. And I had it delivered, I think, on Tuesday, and then, or Wednesday, and then yesterday, company came and hooked it up for me. The company that did that work for me is called Garrett's Services. I'll put their link down below. In, I think, Duncan. But they work all around the north side of the island. Wonderful company. Super amazing customer service. They were super fast. They were able to source the parts to convert my stove and my furnace back to propane in a remarkably short period of time. And then the young man came and did the work yesterday, and he was awesome. So I just want to give a shout out to them because they deserve it. And if you're looking for somebody to do gas fitting work, they're the company that I would recommend. So as I said, I had this delivered last week and then installed. So now I finally have a stove that works and a furnace that works in the tiny house, which is kind of nice. So what I did was I moved all of the framing and siding for the skirting of the house to the back side here because I just didn't want to look at it, and I haven't got this done yet, and I'll get it done eventually, but I wanted to wait because we hadn't finished with the water hookup and then getting the propane connected. So now that that's done, I can get this done. I'm not in a big hurry. So and there is the input for the French drain that I'm using. So as you may or may not know, I have a compost toilet, not a compost toilet because it doesn't compost. It's a waterless toilet, the separate tiny. There's the vent for it. I'm going to do a full review on that and how I'm finding it. I'll wait until I've used it for about a month. So if we walk around to the back, here is the input for my electrical and my internet. Again, I'm going to do a full review or full video on how I got all the utilities set up and the process. And then out the back of the house, you can see the ravine down there. Can you see the creek? Yeah, you can see the creek sort of there. Right now it's kind of low because it's been a drought here, but it definitely gets fuller when it rains properly. And then we're walking around. Now let's do the other side. So here's the electrical pole that BC Hydro put in, and then my landlord had this breaker box put in. I do have an exterior outlet here, which is great. I have one on the house as well. And then I bought a surge protector because I just wanted a little extra protection for the house in case there's any weird energy fluctuations. I didn't want to worry about frying the appliances inside the house. And then there's a connection box there for the 50 amp cord that goes underneath to the house. Again, full video to come. So this is what you see when you drive in. The pad with this whole spot was just bush, and I'll insert a picture of what this looked like when I first saw it, and I gotta admit, a little apprehensive about how much work they had to do and whether, they'd be able to get it all done. But they did it, and it's beautiful. The excavator did a really nice job of putting the gravel down and making it level and well drained, which is really important. There's a lot of lumber here, a lot of trees here that are going to be chopped up for firewood. And I'm going to do something with this stump. Probably cut it down a bit and level it. But for now, that's the big stump that's sitting there. To pull it up would have just been way too much. So we're going to do something with it. But Jacob did a beautiful job of the front steps. And I will be doing a video of just sort of clips of all of the work that was done out here, because he built the front step. I put that awning up, put the clear plastic on there myself. That was a process, doing it by yourself. Probably should have waited for help, but you know, sometimes you just got to get things done. And he and I did put that shed back on, and that was a process. Again, I will go over that in another video. But you can see that the tires are off and slid under the trailer on plywood, so they'll be well protected and the house is blocked up. But I do really love these front steps. He did such a nice job. And I'm hoping to put some patio stones or something as a little walkway from here to the van. The van's usually parked in front of the house, so I can't see it. So anyways, I bought this the other day, which I think is the coolest thing ever. Look at this guy. He looks amazing. And what I'd really like to do is put him over here. But he's cement. It took everything I could to get him from the van here to drag him over here. So I need help for this. But you can see that I'm starting to get a few birds. Oh, he flew away at the bird feeder. And I know that hummingbird feeder is in the wrong spot. I don't have any flowers yet. So, and I don't even know if it's hummingbird season. I don't know. I got to learn all this stuff. But what I really want to do is put this guy over there against that stump, level that out a bit, and then have some ivy sort of growing over him. I think that would be really cool. I did get myself a little fire pit. For now, I don't have any wood in there. I've not used it, but eventually I want to have a fire when some friends come to visit. Right now I just have some citronella candles in there. You can see how the house is just nestled in. It's beautiful that I am on this orientation because I get the morning sunlight coming in and the evening sunlight on the other side. It's just so pretty. And from my office window, let me show you what I see. From my office window, hopefully this isn't too bright and sunny. This is what I see in the mornings as I'm working, and I couldn't be happier. This is down in the ravine. A friend of mine said it looks like something out of Jurassic Park, and it does, let's face it. It's, we are in a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Rainforest kind of climate. So everything is very green, very lush, very mossy, very, very ferny. But it's quite beautiful, don't you think? I think so. And it's a nice place to come after work. Now right now, the water is very low because we haven't had rain in forever. So it's not very full. There's not a lot of water running through here. It's still trickling. I'm sure it's going to fill right up once the rain starts. For the winter months, But it's just so pretty. And it's just right below the house. That's the well house for the irrigation well. If that's not spooky, I don't know what is. Anyways, I'm just going to take you down below the house so that you can see it. There she is. There's the tiny house. So guys, that's my spot. I hope you like it. Again, it's a work in progress. I want to add some planting beds. Definitely do something with this stump that we have right here. But in general, and you can hear my neighbor's German Shepherds. He's got 3 black shepherds that are beautiful. And they're a great early warning security system because nobody shows up here, nobody pulls in here without me knowing, which is awesome. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It is so nice to be here. It's a beautiful Saturday. I'm gonna go to the dump because I have to take some scraps from the fence and things like that there, and some cardboard. And then I am going to test drive a vehicle in Nanaimo because I'm looking for an island car because let's face it, while I love that van, she's a big girl and not inexpensive on gas. And so it's time for me to get something smaller just for buzzing around the island, to town and back to Victoria to see friends, things like that. So I'm going to go up to Nanaimo to do that. There's a restaurant in Ladysmith that I just love. It's 100% vegan. It's called Plantitude. If you are ever through Ladysmith, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's just so good. So I think I'm gonna go have French toast because they make really good French toast. They make really good everything. They made the cake that I took to Thanksgiving dinner last weekend because in Canada, Thanksgiving is in October. And the Earl Grey cake with the lemon drizzle, do not skip the lemon drizzle if you order that cake. It was amazing. It was enough for a big crowd, and everybody raved about it. And I was the only vegan in the group, and everybody raved about it. So I think that said something for how good it was. It looks like by the end of next week, we're going to finally get some rain here on the island, which is good because everybody is talking about how long it's been since it's rained here. So that'll be good. And it'll actually be really nice because this gravel is really quite dusty still because it hasn't really rained since it was laid, which is really kind of a surprise. So if we have a couple of days of some good rain, it will knock down this dust quite a bit, which will be really nice as well. Everything will be really nice. How can you tell I'm in a very good mood because it's such a beautiful day. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're staying safe. Remember, in a world where you can be anything, be kind because the world needs more kindness. And I love you guys. I'll see you next Sunday. Sophie, the people are missing you. Haven't seen you in a while. So I just need a video to prove that you are, in fact, doing just fine. Right? Say hi. Say hi. Or ignore me. That works too.